Welcome to Body Work.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
I had 11 Olympians and over 800 national champs. And all those men, they wouldn't do half the work that she do. And I'm seeing it from the young ladies. These last 2 years, when you think about it, all the good fights is coming from the women. The guys is ducking each other, looking for the easy way. I'm telling you like it is, you know? So again, you know, this young lady done did everything I asked of, and she did more. And I'm watching all the young ladies that's boxing now. It's like they trying to prove they better than men. Now, we knew they was kind of there, but now they showing that they mean. You know, in the old days in Philly, we call these guys crazy. And that's the way these women are. So when you go back home, speak.
Welcome to Body Work.
Welcome back. This Michael Rogers. Welcome to Body Work Boxing. It feels so good to be back. How y'all doing, man? I think we got some good news out there, man. I just wanted to spread some energy because you already know nothing is changing. We still putting stakes in the ground. We planting all kind of flags, and we standing for what really matters in the sport of boxing, man. Man, we got some good news, man, and I'm not gonna I ain't gonna harp on whatever I had to get through, but you know, as always, I gotta go right back in there, man, because you know, when I'm not really doing content and putting it out there, man, I do spend a lot of time looking and watching and observing, man. And like I said, man, I'm doing what feels like a Herculean task, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I want to really focus on who's doing, you know what I'm saying, big things, like things that's going to help the sport, man. So I can't fall into some of the other things that's going on, man. I can't even. And then some of my fighters, man, they ain't really communicating like that. They ain't, you know, and people just want to get out there and, you know, just show how much they know. And it get rough. It get rough. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, I just sit back and I watch, and I think I'm in a different phase of this whole thing right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've already established who my target market is. You know what I'm saying? I always give the analogy of everybody don't want to be Drake. Everybody don't want to be Nicki and all that. Everybody don't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Some of us just want to be in like a lane of a Jada Kiss. Maybe even you know what I'm saying, my man Lloyd Banks. You know, we just want to stay in the vein. You know, we ain't gonna do nothing strange. We just gonna keep doing our thing. And every time, he's gonna come give you that hot fire. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm learning how to be patient, learning how not to respond, you know, learning how to just sit back and observe, man. Ain't nothing like sitting back, waiting, watching, collect the evidence, man. Wealth principle, man. Wealth principle, man. I'm like, dang, Mike, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah. So use those ears a little bit more. Oh, I'm like, okay. Go out and watch, listen, observe. You know what I'm saying? Be patient. Rome wasn't built overnight. You know what I'm saying? Look back, you ain't had to do nothing crazy. Stay in your lane. But my people be reaching out like, hey, body work. And I'm like, I know. It's just hard in this era, man, when people are just dropping stuff. You know, people wanting to be first. I'm never going to be one of the ones that's going to be first. You know what I'm saying? Until I link up and lock in. And I'm really starting to question whether I even want to be interviewing boxers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like a compromise when you do that. You just because you interview somebody, you can't be real. So I'm really just, in all honesty, I'm really just settling into what I'm all about. What the channel all about. You know, what I want to come across, the kind of people I want to kick and vibe and talk boxing with. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm just settling in. And so some of these things that I've been going over and learning while I'm watching and listening to these conversations, man, to help me to not feel like I'm going insane is I just been on that gaslight, man. I'm telling you, man, it's the same theme. I kicked it off when I told y'all about the 5 toxic fan bases in boxing. And lo and behold, man, people are using definitions and coming up with terminologies and breaking, like, really, people are learning. You know what I'm saying? People are, man, it's never underestimate the power of influence. But with no further ado, what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is the action of repetitively and often brazenly lying to someone to manipulate and control them and the relationship. It could be divided into 4 types: outright lying, manipulation of reality, scapegoating, and coercion. What I say when I said the 2 common tactics in gaslighting: misdirection. The abuser changes the subject or redirects the conversation to confuse the victim. I'm gonna give y'all a brownie point. A little brownie, a little crumple. Remember when I was saying that this Liam Paro, when we found out that the deal was 90% done, but then they couldn't come, whatever, and it was all about the financial. And I said, man, how could you be 90% in agreement and y'all ain't agree about the money? That's like that movie Shotters. You want me to take the what and leave the what? Like what? No, that was misdirection, y'all. So that's why I say stick with me, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to tell people, man, like often, man, it's like in this day and age, man, real and being around real and recognizing real and being able to just embrace it and live it and see it is rare. So I'm like, man, you know, it's might not come out that often and everything, but it's just because I see a lot of misdirection. I'm like, why do we get taken all the way around the mulberry bush with this fight when we had been said target confirmed? Remember when we said that? Like, we had already said target confirmed. We already knew. We already knew it was target confirmed. But then again, minimization, the other tactic. The abuser downplays the victim's feelings, making them feel like their concerns are insignificant or like they're being overly sensitive. We was asking for too much at that point in time, saying, man, stop jerking my leg, guys. You had the man sign a 5-deal contract and you ain't got no food for the man. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse in that. We know a lot of people do a whole lot of scapegoating. I'm not going to beat that dead horse, but I just got a couple new things and then I'm coming right out, y'all. We're going to just get right down to talking. What's the one? I got the sources. I gotta get my sources together. As long as I get my sources together. I'm gonna read these articles. This is a common thing right now going on in boxing talk, man. I'm gonna take my time, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my time, but this is what's going on, right? Because right now I'm seeing a lot of people, and they don't really know how to disagree. They want to have a conversation, but they don't know how to disagree. But what's the difference between gaslighting and disagreeing? Gaslighting is usually not a one-time thing. It's not a one-time thing. Rather, it is used over time to belittle the other person into being controlled. The focus of a disagreement is explaining one's point of view, maybe even trying to convince the other person to change theirs, but not convincing them that they can't trust themselves. I hope y'all caught that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a minute. I know I want to get right to the action, but this is important, man. This stuff that when you go back and you listen to the playback, you be like, dang, stuff in your real life start making sense. But this was happening in the boxing talk. So when you have conversations, man, you already know how to disarm people. I go through like a hot knife through butter. I ain't playing. I'm not playing, but this stuff has helped me. Can you argue with a gaslighter? Refuse to argue and leave the interaction. It's unlikely that a gaslighter will admit you're right, even if you have proof. That's why I've been trying to tell these Devin Haney fans for a couple years now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's having their eureka moments now. Like, that's everybody's claim to fame now. I'm like, this is something that I've been at the top of the mountain trying to prove and tell everybody, man. Like, we starting to see the real, who's real and who's fake, man. It only take a little bit of time. That means arguing is a waste of time. It will only make you feel worse. Explain your side of things, then change the topic. That's maturity. What are the phrases to shut down the gaslighting? If you need phrases to shut down gaslighting, you may want to try some of these. We don't see things the same way. My reality is my reality, and your reality is your reality. They said that this phrase is both non-confrontational and assertive. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't trying to assert, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to be all confrontational, but you are letting them know that you mean business. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing my people, man. My people be coming out. You know what I'm saying? My people be, salute to the kidneys, man. Salute to the 300. You know what I'm saying? I told you I ain't playing around tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming right on out, y'all. What's going on with y'all? What's happening, y'all? What's going on? I'm going to the comments now. All right? That's a record time for me to get to these comments. You know what I'm saying? That's a record time. I'm taking heed. A couple of my people say, hey, man, I like it a little more concise. I said, all right, I might chop down the live. I might salute the Smoke, man. Check out my man Smoke. Subscribe to Smoke too. You know what I'm saying? That's a record time for me to actually come out, y'all. What y'all think? Let me start back up here. I know I had said Bubs Boxing. Salute Bubs in the building. Champion Sports Boxing in the building. A member. You know what I'm saying? A real hard supporter, man. Always showing up, man. Subscribe to Champion Sports Boxing too. I'm just giving them their salutes. Telling y'all to subscribe to them both. In my opinion, target acquired. Paro. Josh, Jam, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that energy. You know what I'm saying? Matias versus Paro, June 15th. Josh, you know what? When I be playing the lottery, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Me and my lady, you know what I'm saying? We get our couple tickets, whatever. Guess what number I be playing? 615. Ask me why. That's my mother's birthday. You know what I'm saying? She got sent up there, you know what I'm saying, back in 05, but that's my mother's birthday, man. So how ironic that that fight is going down on that day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I might be on to something. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. You know what I'm saying? What's good? My bro, Bodywork Boxing, Jose Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying? He feel my pain. You know, I be feeling your pain, Jose, but we got something in store. Thanks, bro, for showing love and support for Puerto Rico. Always, man. Real recognize real, man, regardless of the flag. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple people that don't like what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm like, who am I? I'm minding my own business. I don't even really be bothering nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't even bother nobody. I go where I'm welcome, appreciated, you know what I'm saying? I don't go where I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Every time I figure out that ain't the case, guess what? I'm out. We building our own thing. You know what I'm saying? I built it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I continue to help grow and create it. But like I said, man, this ain't mine. This is y'all. This is for the kidneys. You know what I'm saying? This is where y'all can come, feel comfortable, get it off your chest. We could disagree. We could debate who gonna win, who gonna, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna get through these comments and get down to these sources so we can go ahead and qualify everything. You know what I'm saying? Finally, an opponent. What up, Bodywork? Salute, Frankie. You know what I'm saying? Finally, it has happened to me. No, let me stop. I'm dating myself, man. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Luis Diaz, we happy over a date, include myself, state of boxing, sad. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They threw a dog a bone. You know what I'm saying? They threw a dog a bone. You know? Paro a decent opponent too. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Johnny Allison, if you come through, smash that like for Bodywork. He cooking. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Johnny, salute. Well, we got a fight lined up. I hope nothing happens between now and then. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too superstitious, but I got my fingers and my toes crossed. You know what I'm saying? That's about all I can cross. You right. When you start interviewing, you become political. Yeah, man. I'm starting to see it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you want something, and then it's just like interviewing is like a flex now. Like people interviewing is like, I'm the one in there doing this, and that's a flex now. I'm like, I don't know what you did, I don't know what you said to get out. So now that's a flex. Oh man, I got this. This is one of the biggest channels, one of the biggest Devin Haney supporters was just all like, I can call Bill Haney on my cell phone right now. You know, I'm like, man, if being a groupie was in the dictionary or the encyclopedia, you'll be there like, I don't want to be like that. I won't be like that. I'm not. That's not even in my nature. I done bumped into a couple of people. I told y'all one, but since this is boxing, I keep it boxing. So in boxing wise, that's the one who I bumped into boxing wise at the gas station. I told y'all that, but man, Luis Diaz, too much kissing on these channels. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's starting to become something else now, man. It's a flex. It's really a flex, man. Veterano, yo, God bless Bodywork, man. Salute. Yes, positive vibes to you too, my brother. You know what I'm saying? The 300 are in the house. Hey, Bodywork, where's the Darth Vader emoji? I could bring that back. I try to change it up, you know what I'm saying? I try to give some people a little different things to look at, man. I'm gonna bring it back. I could bring it back. They were holding out to see if Tio bite. It was Paro all along. Yeah, you been standing firm on that. I ain't gonna even lie. Come on, fam. Let's hit that like button to get our boy on the charts. Yeah. What they be saying, they say it helps the algorithms and all that. Just, you know, if you like it, you like it. I ain't gonna force you to. You know what I'm saying? I try to be a little bit different. Hopefully, man, from when you come over and you visit this channel, you see one of these videos, you walk away with something, even if it's a different way to look at something. You know what I'm saying? Even you just walk away with something. You know what I'm talking about? In my opinion, no tax and PR, maybe that push it over the line. Possibly. I think it was marketing. Yes, Bodywork, you called it. Salute. Thanks. I appreciate that, champ. Smoke Session. Salute. Like I said, subscribe to my man Smoke. I go over there. That's one of my peace havens, man. We got different views and opinions. We sit, we chop it up, we laugh. You know what I'm saying? We have a good time. Go check him out. Laid back environment. He talk about other sports. He bring a little comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's real laid back. It's like a lounge. I go over there. I go to the sports lounge, the Smoke Sports Lounge, and just kick it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. Like and share this live. Salute. Yes, please. Salute, chat. Ghost in the building. I know Ghost. I know you ecstatic, Ghost. I know I want to hear from Ghost. You probably at work though. I know, man, but I want to hear from Ghost. Wilfredo Santiago in the building. My blessings, body work. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Positive vibes. It's not like we don't know what's going on. Yeah, man, we getting hip. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's important. Because think about it, we ain't just link up all the time and just, you know what I'm saying, cinch down a couple things every now and again, like that staple on that fabric, just cinching it down every so often just to make sure the fabric don't fly away at this boxing thing. You heard? We'll be sitting around by ourselves thinking like, damn, am I crazy? Like, what? Didn't they say? Yeah, it's been happening. That's why I'll be recording it and putting it out there. I'm just glad that I got some people that see it the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? Matias versus Liam Paro, 615. Let's go. Saludos, Bodywork Boxing and Chat. Arnaldo Nieves, another member. Salute, man. Hard supporter, man. Matias is the house of pain. Puerto Rican power. Salute, Puerto Rican power. Salute. How much money you think is enough to fight Matias? Eyeball real. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. Finally, Bodywork. That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, Bodywork, I know I sound like a casual, but not quite sure who Liam Paro is. I seen him ranked high, but who has that that man beat? Everybody known for beating Montana Love. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into it because, you know, he hasn't really fought outside his country. He's an Australian, you know what I'm saying? And he's only fought outside of his country like twice. So a lot of people don't know him unless you're on to the Australian boxing side and you've been following it. So a lot of people aren't going to know him, but he's the guy that upset Montana Love and upset the apple cart when he knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? Fairly recent, back in December. I hope they put a good undercard. I may show up. I'm about to start looking now. That's what Matias is going to do. Body work and KO, Frankie. Yep. He gonna do that body work. You know, that's just to be one of my guys on my list of predators. You got to do body work. Like all my guys do body work in some shape, form, or fashion. You know, they the best in the game. I don't know if y'all noticed. I like my southpaws, but then I like my guys. All my guys, regardless if they orthodox or southpaw, they got to do body work. You know what I'm saying? They got to. Hope they announce the undercard soon. Let's go. Get that body work. Salute to everyone. PR Boxing. Salute. Arango being smart. He's fighting in Manatí, about an hour away from San Juan. That means all the money staying in the Matias camp. Yes. Okay. All right, let's do this then. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and do this. We got to go ahead and present. Let's go to an article. And I'm gonna show y'all about favoritism. I'm gonna show you like favoritism in writing and stuff like that. I'm gonna show you favoritism in writing. So this is ESPN, y'all. Fair use. Sources: Subriel Matias, Liam Paro finalizing title fight. Everybody, some love him, some love him, some like him, some, are indifferent, but this is from Mike Carpenter, very popular person over there at ESPN, March 12th, 2024 at 9:58 p.m. So that's the source of this, you know what I'm saying? Subriel Matias and Liam Paro are in the process of finalizing a deal for a junior welterweight title fight in Manatí, Puerto Rico on June 15th. Sources told ESPN on Tuesday. It will be a homecoming for Matias. He would defend the IBF title at 140 pounds for the second time. Matias, 20-1 with 20 knockouts, has stopped every fighter he has ever faced in the pros. His lone defeat, a decision setback to Petros Ananian in February 2020, was avenged 3 fights later via 9th round TKO in January 2022. Matias' past 6 fights were under the PBC banner. After he signed a 3-fight deal with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing last month, his bout against Paro will be streamed on DAZN. Matias, 31, is ESPN's number 3 junior welterweight and among boxing's top action stars. His most recent fight was in November when he stopped Shojahan Ergashev in round 5. Paro, 24-0, 15 knockouts, is a 27-year-old southpaw coming off a career-best performance, a 6-round TKO of contender Montana Love in December. All but 2 of Paro's fights took place in his native Australia, where he lives and trains. So that's that narrative. I spoke from, well, not narrative, but that's that point of view. You know what I'm saying? So that's that point of view. I don't know why, but for me, that little all but 2 of Paro's fights took place in his native Australia, where he lives and trains. Like, that's something that they want. That's something that the author really wanted you to know. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he hasn't stepped outside of his native country only twice, which is a fact. It is, but it's just interesting. So that's that perspective from ESPN, right? That's that perspective. Let's look at this perspective from SB Nation. Let's see how this line up and the difference. Subriel Matias and Liam Paro nearing deal for June 15 title fight. It looks like Liam Paro's team is coming to a financial understanding for a fight against Subriel Matias. This is by Will Esco. This was March 13th, 2024, 2:24. That's the source. So whenever you see this video, that's the time in which this article was written and posted. The on-again, off-again fight between Subriel Matias and Liam Paro appears to be back on again, as ESPN reports the pair are in the midst of finally finalizing a junior welterweight title fight to take place in Manatí, Puerto Rico on June 15th and streaming live on DAZN. Matias, 20-1, 20 KOs, has been a force to be reckoned with at 140, having put down his last 5 straight opponents, the most recent of which was Shojahan Ergashev to take an IBF title. This fight will provide him an opportunity to face back at home on his native land. Meanwhile, Australia's Liam Paro, 24-0, 15 KOs, is coming off a knockout of Montana Love in December and has also proven to be a fight who doesn't mind a rumble. That will make for a sure action fight against Matias, who also comes to get his opponents out of it each and every time. It seemed like the writers over here, you know what I'm saying, actually, you know, because there was no extra stuff about Liam Paro in there. They just said that, hey, let's see. He's coming off a knockout of Montana Love in December, and is also proven to be I think he's supposed to say a fighter who doesn't mind a rumble. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be fighter. So he's a fighter, don't mind a rumble. That would make for a surefire action fight against Matias, who also comes to get his opponents out of there each and every time. So they expecting what we expecting, which is fireworks. You know what I'm saying? A little bit shy of a month early from the 4th of July. Those are the sources. You know what I'm saying? And those are the sources. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even really trying to use people's stuff no more, man. But those are the sources. You know, so what y'all think, man? What do y'all think about this, man? What do y'all think about? Let's have a real conversation, right? Let's have a real conversation. Like, what do y'all think about the fact that, remember I was saying, man, that this misdirection? But do y'all see how boxing has gotten to where, like, we knew it all along, and we played along and we followed along with the news. You know what I'm saying? We followed along with the news and we stayed updated with what they were saying, like every little saga, or every, like, the little Teofimo saga, the what Shakur had said. You know what I'm saying? We went over Richardson Hitchens and his stance and where he was going and how he got Gustavo Lemo and his plan of action. We touched on Gary, but then we said, man, we got some blanks to fill in with Gary because we still waiting on Amazon Prime and what they got going on. We talked about Elvis Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying, at a certain point. And then the most recent thing with the Michelle Rivera and his dad. We talked about all of these things, but when we came on and found out that it was supposed to be target confirmed and it was 90% done, I said, man, is this misdirection? What do I talk to y'all all the time? Like, what is one of the things that we've been talking about in gaslighting? And see, this is where I'm starting to feel funny about how boxing is promoting itself now. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is really promoting itself in a weird kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because in all actuality, we knew that it was going to be Liam Paro. We knew that. And I would never come out and say something as hard as target confirmed from everything that was being put out there. You know what I'm saying? At that point in time, I would never say target confirmed. I'm glad I said target confirmed and not fight confirmed. Because then people be like, oh, you got to eat crow. I said target confirmed. But think about that. This fight been done, y'all. But they took us all around the Marbury Bush and picked up all that whatever promotion. And this is what I'm trying to say about the conversation. This does nothing for a fan like myself who back then when we said that, which was probably about a little over a month ago, I think. I think it was about a little over a month ago. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? In general, about a month ago. It already allowed somebody like myself to already start planning. But here we are, it's then got closer. You know what I'm saying? There's rumors of another fighter fighting on that same date. You know what I'm saying? Since this really about Subriel today, and this is what this is about, I'm gonna keep it like that. But it's rumored that there's another something going on that same date. You know, but it really would have said it really would have helped the people that really was gonna try to get out and do something and go somewhere and make it happen. It would have really helped out the fan. And that's what I'm saying as far as they think that they gotta manipulate us now. They think that they gotta do look at all the stuff that the circus. Remember I was telling y'all about the circus? Remember? You know what I'm saying? Is it not somewhat prophetic of what I was trying to say as far as the circus? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we not see a bearded lady? Do we not see a whole lot of sword eating and along with a whole lot of hot dogs? You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of sword eating, a whole lot of hot dog eating in this circus, a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, funny stuff going on. Y'all see what's actually going on with that fight? Y'all see the circus and all the attention and all that, and how everybody say, oh man, we don't even know if it should. It's like, man, we've been trying to tell y'all that didn't mean anything, man. I mean, it means something. It's gonna go down as a defense, but I'm trying to say it's because of the energy behind it. See, it had already started when you put a seed in the ground. When you planted a negative seed in the ground the night after your fight, and you said that you called somebody to make something happen, and you called the wrong people, and then your folks got all over the place. It's like blah blah blah, sprinkling dropping all this bird feed all around. Yeah, the same stuff that I said was going to continue coming from 35 up to 40. That's going to pursue to go up to 47 and wherever else. That's why I'm like, man, I hope that circus moves up to 47 and up and out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of like locked in on 40 right now. I'm 40. Like I've been kind of zoning in on 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on some other things to happen, but I feel like this is my division. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the one where I like to be at. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because these guys kind of got to be serious. All that lollygagging and playing around, because 40 is very dangerous. Any given night, it could be good night. You know what I'm saying? We already know that. But I was trying to tell y'all at the same time, I said, man, let's not lose focus of what matters and what's real important. Now, this fight is on the verge of actually being signed. That one has been signed. We're hearing about the ticket sales. We're seeing the drama and the energy and how even if that fight didn't go on, they wasn't calling for my man Subriel. They was calling for somebody that's still questionable. Somebody highly respected and popular, but they're saying all the big names and then they're calling out somebody else up at 47, a real live circus. And I didn't even have to say no names, really, but that's what's going on. We was getting distracted. We was getting misled. You know what I'm saying? Because this is showing us in the media, people who write articles, people who coming out with these things, that this is how they believe that they have to promote fights to us, which is kind of insulting. And I took it as a learning lesson or a point of confirmation, you know what I'm saying, here recently as I've been sitting back and watching. I'm like, because there's a lot of people that like to get out and get ahead of things and be out front and be first and take, oh yeah, I told you, man, according to my sources, I told you. But but when they're wrong, they don't really get out and get up ahead of it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like doing that. Like the last time that really happened to me was when Jamel Charlo and Castano had agreed on that second fight, and they was getting ready to do it, and I was all lined up. I got my video done. I went and did it, and like the next day they said, oh nope, it was off because of a hand injury. Off because of a hand injury. So typically right now, even though, you know what I'm saying, what is March, you know what I'm saying, like we still got till June, we got 3 months. Typically I would just now be getting into some of the breakdowns, the height and the weight, and you know what I'm saying, the styles and all that kind of stuff, and you know, the real deal matchup. I'm still a little nervous right now. Why? Because is the ink dry? Everything we hearing is saying, oh, they're finalizing it, you know, 90%. They on, you know, they come, like, it's like, man, that, like, come out and stamp it, man. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Let us know. Make it clear. You know what I'm saying? Tusanu, oh yeah, in the house. Even it's not smart the way Matias fight, but it's good for the sport of boxing. Bro, when you have time, just check this page. Talk trash, you the best. Bodywork. Yeah, I like I said, man, I don't know if y'all know, I used to go over there, man. I used to go over there. Like I started going over there. It was a couple years ago I went over there, man. He was calling the fight. You know what I'm saying? I was in there, you know, I kind of like how, you know, the energy doing calling the fight. So I started watching the channel. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take long for me to see what it was about. No, it didn't take long for it to see what it was about. That's why I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people that be that having that flag, you know what I'm saying, that PR flag, that come over and rock with me, because I'm not limited to just, you know what I'm saying, a flag or a type of people, but I saw, just like a lot of other places, especially when it come down to this. And I was so shocked to actually hear this on another channel the other day, a huge channel. But it's almost like this whole, because I experienced it as a Tank fan. It's like, even though I'm a Tank fan, I get around a whole bunch of other Tank fans, and they'll try to out-tank me. It's like, hold on, man, we all Tank fans. It's different when somebody be like, because they do create a barrier now. Some people do let me know, like, that they don't like me talking about Subriel. You know what I'm saying? They might be banging the flag. They know I'm not Puerto Rican, so they'll say, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? They don't really like that fact that I'm doing it. That's not gonna stop me though. Why? Because I rock with Inouye. I rock with Bivol. You know what I'm saying? I rock with a bunch of different people, man, that I like. You know, and so that are quality. It's just that the ones that I like, they're not all sensational and gossipy. You know what I'm saying? But this whole thing was a learning lesson, man, for me. And I learned about that channel a long time ago, man. Some people want to be divisive. Some people want to be divisive, man. Some people thrive off of that. It's low-level energy no matter what flag you banging. No matter what sex you claiming. It's low-level energy, man. And people know that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, we try not to do that. But I mean, I guess maybe some people, I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't know. People could throw them out there. I don't know. I do see in my analytics that people do watch me and watch him. He is one of the, if I look in the top 10, most of the time I look in the top 10 of people who watching me and watching other channels, his channel is on there. So, you know, he keeping some people. He keeping some people content with what he do. He is not my cup of tea anymore. Even though I don't have any ill will toward him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, I don't go where I'm not welcomed at. And I don't invest energy into anything that I don't want to succeed or grow. So that should tell you everything. Let's see. Who see the interview from trainer Robert Garcia talking about Matias? He don't recommend anyone to fight Matias. I saw it. I was going to actually bring it up, but when I saw it, it was on a Spanish channel, and I'm telling you, y'all, it's some people that don't like what I'm doing, man. So I'm kind of reluctant when I reach out to try to use, because people will hate or think I'm trying to, even though I see a lot of people kind of latching on to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just weird, man. So I saw the interview. I was going to walk through it and do something on it, but so I don't know if I can use it. But he talked about Devin Haney. But when it really all boiled down to it, because I had to watch it. It was Robert Garcia talking to two other brothers. They were speaking Spanish, and I had to interpret it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there looking at the body language, reading along, and he's still talking like he think that Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, is superior. But at the end of the day, I think they all kind of agreed that it comes down to you being able to flat out survive. Flat out, it come down to you having to survive. Come down to you having to flat out survive against Subriel, man. But he gave what I felt was Subriel's I think he gave him his just due as far as how he feel about him. If it was San Juan, I would believe the Amanda Serrano thing, but it's in Minotti. Not enough money for both Matias and Serrano. All right. Okay, let's see. Salute to the room. Salute, Joe. Rumble and PR. I like that. Yeah. I'm trying to get out there. That's what it is, man. But see, I don't see. That's one of the big philosophies I don't agree with. And I had to deal with this when it come down to Shakur and Tank. For real. Like when it come down to the guys that I rock with Shakur a whole lot. If it come down to him and Tank, I got Tank. I'm not gonna sit up there and just because I'm a diehard Tank fan, just everything that Shakur do is he coming up, I feel like I gotta shank him or bring him down or put it. Like, that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. I went over to my man's channel, man, and I started seeing something, man. Like, I started seeing something that's real common out here in boxing, right? It's like you could want what's best for two fighters, right? You can have a favorite or a preference, but you can want what's best for two fighters, right? You could want what's best for boxing. So I could, like me, myself, I try to want what's best for two fighters, me as a fan, and the sport of boxing. It's kind of hard to maneuver and have all that line up. That's kind of hard. It can be done, but it's the approach, right? And so we was over there. I was over there on H Money channel, man. Subscribe to H Money, man. He get it popping. You know what I'm saying? I go over. That's one of the places I go when if I want to kick it or get some light sparring in or do, you know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying? Just kick it. Get away from doing content, man. Just getting a breath of fresh air, a relax, a retreat. You know what I'm saying? From all the politics and BS in boxing. That's where I go. But I was looking at a situation, and the example was like Shakur. If you want to check that live, go back and check that live. That was late last night. You know what I'm saying? The lives be real long, so you'll have plenty of time to listen to different, you know what I'm saying, people and everything. I got off about 11:30, 11:40. We was over there kicking it late. That was late for me over there, but it was a common theme, and I'm like, it was a lot of people that actually that like Shakur, right? Wanted to see him fight something. But then there was a lot of people that didn't understand the contract side. And they didn't understand Like the whole, he got one more contract on ESPN and what it means if you got a title, and if you get a title under a certain promotional banner, what's that's going to entail until you fulfill that obligation. It's very rare that if you get a title with a promotional company and you got a fight left, it's very rare that they're going to either put you up against somebody that's cross promotional. It's very rare that they're going to put you up against somebody that's cross promotional. So let's just say Subriel Matias got this title under the zone. He had one fight left, right? It would be very rare for them to actually put him in a fight with Teofimo Lopez, somebody that they would have no control over if that belt were to switch hands. So when you're talking to people, you're arguing to that point, but then you're saying, okay, look, we still want him to fight the highest level of competition or this guy for this certain reason to fulfill an obligation to get to the big fight. So I'm at a point in time now where you got to kind of think about the sport, then you got to think about the boxer, and then you got to think about what's logical. So you already know it's content creators out here playing you, because they'll talk and they'll speak, and because nobody's going to stop and pump their brakes and check them, they'll actually stop and say something they'll say something and echo something over and over. They'll say that, not recognizing that it's a barrier. Only they do recognize it's a barrier. It's just because at that point in time in the moment, they're trying to push that point forward. That's very frustrating. You know what I'm saying? So to think that it would be logical for Eddie on his first fight over there on the zone to put him over there with Tio, and especially when you got a relationship with Tio, you talk to Tio, so you really know the real deal. You already know how Bob, you got to think about the other fighter and the vested interest in the other fighter. This is how you kind of can tell that whole T.O. thing. That's when I looked at it again. I said, you know what? That was baloney, man. When he got to talking about the WBA route, because remember T.O. came out, he started automatically talking about the winner of Rolly and Pitbull, and we did the WBA route with the Daffy. Because I'm like, hold on. You sent the man an offer because you already had knowledge, because it was common knowledge that his hand, the tendonitis thing was going on. He said, hey, look, I'm about to rehab this a little bit, get some, you know what I'm saying, get some rest, let this thing heal up, you know what I'm saying, get a little whatever therapy, whatever he had to go through, get this right, and then I'm looking to fight in June or July. You move on and say that man is a thug. You say that but you knew that. So really, you never really had any intentions, because when he went and did that deal, and then Eddie came out and said your name, and you free, you never had the same energy. So if you talk to T.O., you already know what the deal is. You already know how Bob is. It's up to Bob giving him the okay to send him over there. Well, right after his last fight, the man had a mental breakdown. He told all his fans to SMD. Like, that's not how you gain fans. And then you want to have things in your home. That's why the closer I start looking at it, and the more realistic I start being, I said it makes no sense for this man to be talking about Subriel Matias. And when I look at all the moves Subriel Matias has made throughout every interaction, yeah, he might have clowned like with the chicken and the you know what I'm saying, when he said the joke or whatever, but he was kind of serious, but he was playing. But he's been a man every step of the way. Even if he talked this stuff like, I'm the best 140, like, come here, you know, you dealing with a man. I'm basically, when he was saying Rolly is a comedian and stuff like that, knowing that Rolly is an entertainer, like that's what he's saying. He's been speaking ultra facts, Equifax the whole time, and the way he's handled everything, he ain't been overly disrespectful. No, he ain't even really been disrespectful. He's been staying in his lane. We seen him training the whole time. You know, he's been speaking English a little bit more. You know, he was at a fight, doing a press conference, doing promotion. So all his moves have been right and exact. All his rules been all his ways, all them ways have been sturdy, if you ask me. And that's what I'm talking about. Like somebody that's moving sturdy like that, you know, mean what they say, their actions line up, is something that you wouldn't be embarrassed. You wouldn't be embarrassed to say, hey man, yeah, I'm rocking with this guy. Look how he's moving. That's where I'm starting to put my energy towards those guys. Why? because those guys are the guys that's more than likely going to be around. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got to worry about people coming and saying this and that. But the style, he has probably the most important thing already down to the T, is when he get inside the ring, you don't know what you're going to get. You might see him take a couple shots, and he might give you a couple like, ooh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, that's it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's the turning point, you know, fourth round. You know what I'm saying? A bit like 23 seconds into the fourth round, this thing is starting to look different. You know what I'm saying? He's on the back foot. Like, it's, you know, it's downhill. Like, so he got the best part down. But I started looking at, because remember, I told y'all I learned these boxes inside the ring first. And as time go on, I started learning more outside the ring, because if what you're doing inside the ring ain't going to keep you inside the ring, ain't no need me really like spending too much time and looking. But when I start seeing you and what you're doing inside the ring, and I start seeing like, dang, like it's something going on here. Like, man, this guy, hey, let me look at this. And then I start seeing the actions outside the ring. That's when I'm like, okay, yeah, he on my radar. There's a couple people I've been watching and doing that with, you know what I'm saying? And he's right there. But these content creators know, especially when they have access to these boxes, they get time to chop it up and kick it and be like, hey man, yeah, because this is what we're gonna talk about, this how we gonna see it, this what's really going on. Especially if they're choosing to allow them to be their outlet. They know what's going on. You know, I wouldn't be a puppet. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying I'm almost like, well, do I even want to interview at this point? I probably don't. I like where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? I like what I'm doing right now. I think I can still come up with all kind of angles, because when I can read something and look at something and see something totally different. Well, I can pick up on a string of things. I can see a string of things and have a whole outlook and whole different. So I'm never going to run out of content. That's not the problem. You know what I'm saying? The problem is when you can't discuss boxing the way you need to discuss it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, when I start giving my breakdowns, I'm going to be giving Subriel Matias his strengths and his weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be showing his flaws and things that he could probably work on. I'm going to be doing the same thing for Liam Paro when I look at him. And I'm going to be doing that for everybody. Some people can't even handle that. And yeah, I'm going to make a prediction, and if I'm wrong, oh well. That's how I feel, but I'm not for sale. I'm not going to dissuade or get off the path that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty confident in it. I'm pretty happy for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got to wake up and reinvent myself every day. I don't got to make up and flip and bend over and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm following along, man. T.O. is one of my guys. He was. I don't like the way he's moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the things that he's saying, you know, and he got called out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really like having to stamp somebody as a duck or a peacock. Don't make me get out the duckology. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to actually start lining them up, but if it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, a very wise man once told me that a duck might come jump on it. You know what I'm saying? That's that, man. And these other guys, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Yeah, man, I'm gonna do this. Tank versus Martin is also fighting on June 15th. Do you think it would affect Matias versus Liam fight? And I don't know, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at it like, that's kind of weird, man. I don't know. I thought that was really odd. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, it's like, hey, my mom trying to tell me something. You know what I'm saying? My two of my top guys now are fighting on the same day, on her birthday. That's I don't know. Yes, views have become a sickness. I told y'all, man, relevancy is the new drug. Those channel lives for views. I told y'all, man, it's not just attention now, it's relevancy, man. I knew it when I started seeing people doing, I started seeing like people older than me, man, in their 50s, man, doing stuff that just it's like it don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense, man. It's like we think we know better. I like the second source body work. They expect what we expect, fireworks. Yeah. Yes, sir, Bubs. And that's what I want to get to. See, Champion Sports, you be on the Champion Sports, but I respect Paro for taking this fight for sure. And this is what I wanted to be highlighted in this live. I want this to be highlighted in this live because do y'all know? And somebody sent me the list. Somebody sent me the list, man. It's a lot of people on that list that said no. It's a lot of people on the list that said no or maneuvered or sidestepped or made other plans. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. It was a lot. So for it to come down to Liam Paro, I don't like the whole misdirection and you playing hide the potato on us. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, but I am pleased. And I hope that it is. I hope that this is what it is. I pretty much hope that this is what it is. I think it's going to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? And for Lee, I'm proud of Liam Paro for taking it. He definitely is going to gain a fan from this. He's going to gain a fan from this. You know what I'm saying? I hope he come in. I hope he bring it. You know what I'm saying? Just for him being willing to sign up and do it. That says a lot. That says a lot. There's some pretty skilled people out here. There's some pretty talented and skilled boxers that maneuvered or, you know what I'm saying, energy changed. And for Paro to take this fight, man, we gotta salute him. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give him his credit because you know if you see the first source, that was the first little jug in the reputation. Like that's how it starts. That's how the reputation. That's how they start trying to chip away at the opponent's reputation. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing a lot of things and saying a lot of things about Frank Martin now all of a sudden too. That's a whole different can of worms. But if you watching this media monster, man, and how they're doing it now, you can start to see how certain people, certain sources are going to paint different people in different lights. You know what I'm saying? And to get different reactions, and then depending on who you react to the most or whoever they're going to keep jugging that side. That's why I say, man, what you don't feed can't grow, right? And what you starve won't. So we feeding what we want to grow and we starving what we don't. And he going to Manati. You know what I'm saying? That's a tall task. I mean, he was gonna have to come up out of Australia anyway. You know what I'm saying? Had that many fights and only fought outside twice. Do you think it makes financial sense to host this one in Puerto Subriel? I do because Serrano just showed like that. You know, that's a real. You got to capitalize. Subriel Matias is 31, and just like Tim Tszyu had established himself over there, it was getting ready to be Kambosos, but you know, Devin came over and did what he did. It was going to be him. But if you look at what Tim Tszyu doing, like that's a real viable option for people to go over there to, you know, look at what Inoue is doing. Look at in the I think in what is the Ariake Dome, Tokyo Dome, in Ariake. You know, that's a real place. Like Fulton went over there. Neary's going over there. Like when you establish and you really lock down your hometown, it's just like Street Fighter, man. It's just like when you get it popping like that, when you from one of them places and you are that guy where like you really the people's champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. It's the way Canelo got Mexico. Like, that's what Munguia, even though I'm just bringing it up just to, you know, give an illustration. How Canelo putting on for his people and making the fight free. When you really got that, it do make sense. And Subriel, his fighting style, his age, and the fact that it's very hard for him to get opponents. If he wants to get one at home and somebody willing to say, all right, yeah, I would do it right now. I would capitalize on it right now. He go out there and put in another great crowd-pleasing performance and a stunning show, and he delivers. Because remember what the article said, don't take me. He comes to get his opponent out there each and every time. That's what the article said, not body work. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot the messenger. You heard? Got to be careful what reports you read, on what channels you watch, because they mislead you. Exactly. Salute Haney got called out for fighting old fighters. Check his last 6 fighters. Angelina. Salute. Yeah. It's just, it got to the point when people were saying I was hating. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, murder was raw. I said, man, this dude has never had a disadvantage his whole time. But you judge somebody who's hardly ever has any advantages. Hardly ever has any advantages against a guy who has always had advantages. It's like it ain't no comparison. It ain't no comparison. But like I said, man, time reveals all. Rumors say Amanda Serrano was supposed to fight on a Matias car also. That would help. That would help abuse. That would help expose things. Haney has been exposed hating on Tank. Yeah. Finally, man. Finally. And I'm off of it. Ain't it funny how when I'm finally off of it and I'm not beating that dead horse no more, now everybody wants to say, yeah. It's like, but when I was saying it and pointing it out with facts, I was hating. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all this because y'all stay rocking with your boy. I'm telling you, man. I do not steer you wrong, man. I do not steer you wrong. I might miss a prediction on a fight every now and again, you know what I'm saying? But I don't steer you wrong. Trust me. If it was San Juan, I would believe Amanda Serrano thing, but it's in Minardi, not enough money for both. Yeah, that was back. Okay, yeah, I'm behind. Oh yeah, in the house. Yeah, okay. Cokie. Hey, subscribe to Cokie, man. I seen him. He did a little video with him jumping rope, and he did another video with him taking somebody down. You know what I'm saying? Today, man. I watched both his videos, man. Check him out, man. Check him out. Check him out. Respect the Paro. Salute. Dude is a he doesn't agree to disagree. Yep. Y'all cooking. Wild question Matias defense to me. He got a great defense. He blocks most of the heavy punches. I mean, everybody's questioning him because it's footage of him being hit. But Robert Garcia said it the best. It's like you can hit him, but if you can't hurt him and stop him, you are in trouble. Peachy Eldorado in the building. Definitely a clown. Hey, remember what T.O. said he was, man? Birds of a feather flock together, I guess, man. T.O. came out with that clown stuff, man. They hang together. Hey, that's just a fact. Would I be hating if I said that? Those are facts. T.O. said he was a clown. You know what I'm saying? And they hang together. Once he started saying Matias was ducking T.O., I said, legs for what? I want you for, I'm out. Yeah. He was praising Matias one day, the next trashing him because, yep, I thought so because I remember something. I was like, man, didn't he? And I said, man, I'm not even, I can't even call him on flip-flopping no more, man. I can't because I'm going to support regardless if you talk about Subriel or Tank or whoever. I like this channel. That's what I need, man. That's what because as this fight develops, I'm about to start really rocking out on what I really want to. I know that Bivol and Baturbiev, they get ready, you know what I'm saying, get their thing. But I appreciate that, Jose. I really do. Just build credibility and everything's going better. Thanks. Thanks you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, that's what I did, man, a long time ago, man. Body work. Do what you do. Don't let these idiots bring you down with Fredo Santiago. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anubis. Yo, what's up? Matias versus Paro. Let's go. It's going to be good. I hope after it's T.O. or Haney. Man, I wouldn't hold my breath for Haney, man. And hopefully, man, T.O. have a change of heart. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't hold my breath for either one of them, for real. Especially Devin. especially Devin. They just now tried to have a small resurgence by trying to say Subriel next and all this. I said, man, nah, stop it, man. We ain't even gonna let y'all do that, man. We ain't even gonna let y'all do that, man. Cause y'all talking about AB and going to see Barrios and you know, it's a game. Now it ain't about legacy and unify and all that. Now it's all about the money, you know, which we already knew that's what it was anyway. It's never been that. Yeah, that's the podcast I was talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I like them guys, like from the interpretation. I like the flavor and what I saw and everything. I was just cautious about actually using their video, like to bring up that Robert Garcia thing. But yeah, I'm starting to watch their stuff and like if I have to. And when certain people going in and talking, do interviews, I gotta start watching that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they be trying to take a shot. They be trying to take a stab. They all know me. I'm telling y'all, I think I showed y'all the other day who was in my comment section back then. I showed y'all who was in my comment section back then, talking about back then he was saying I had haters. What do you think changed? You know why he stopped really rocking with me? Because of DHP. I kept saying, man, that he kept saying that I was acting like I was this and that when it come down to Devin and this and that. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, you are overextending and over embellishing because you like this guy and it all went sideways. But that happens a lot, y'all. That happens a lot. I'm telling you. If he was in my comment section back then, you could imagine. And I got proof. It's videos and stuff with people on this channel that I don't rock with no more. So they're going to spread like wildfire. Boom. And say whatever they're going to say. I kept it a buck. Like, you can't pull up a video where I done changed. Since my whole time, you can't pull up a video where my energy has changed. You can't. I've been taking the stairs. I really think Matias is going for Regis after Paro, even though he said he won't give him an opportunity because Regis didn't give him the opportunity when he was a champ. If he do, it'll be a good name, man. I think Regis, I don't know. I'm not sure what Regis is going to do, man. Robert Garcia said that even winning the fight against Subriel, you're going to take much punishment that you still. Yes. He said either way. He said even if you won that fight, he said what you're going to have to endure during that fight is going to still affect you. Yes, he did. Yep, y'all all saw that. Yep. Roll rage, body work. You do what you want on your channel. Haters gonna hate and talk no matter what. That's right, roll rage. I don't mind. I'm like I told you, I'm at ease now. I don't know if y'all see, I'm at ease now. In an update, man, I talked to my sister, man. She said her phone. Update, y'all. I talked to my sister, man. She said her phone was T-Mobile had did it wrong, man. Had her out there for 3 weeks, and then I had her out of service for 3 weeks. Didn't have service over the road. When I talked to her, and I said, "Girl, you better give me the company that you work for, so if something happened, I know." And we talked for a long time. Day before yesterday, you know what I'm saying. So she's in good. We was laughing and talking and joking. But I was nervous, man. It's a crazy world, you know what I'm saying, for her being a truck driver and stuff. So, I found like that's an update, y'all. I did hear from her. L30 Cruz, bodywork, salute. Try to learn our language, Latino, little by little. I learned here white and English. Ja. Ja. Yeah, I am. I am learning. I was a little better, believe it or not. I just gotta exercise it a little bit more. But y'all help. And then looking at those interviews and listening, you know, when I hear things over and over again, it's just it's different. But I am learning. I'm taking my own advice, put it like that. Robert also said whoever fights Matias has a chance of yep going up there. I live in Maryland, but I got a house in PR. If Subriel Matias fight there, I'm gonna go for sure, no doubt. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, man. Tusano. And Buzz was saying MOB, we had fun too. Yeah, we had a good time, man. We had a good time, Buzz. That's why I said I like coming over there, man. That's why I met Bubs at over there. Jose Rodriguez, my English is not very good looking. June 15th, my birthday. Matias fighting on that day is the best gift. LOL. That's why I said that's my mom's birthday, man. Gemini. Yep. T.O. was capping. That's nice. Back in the 80s, the best fought the best. Why so much controversy nowadays? Let's then fight and forget who's promoting it. Man, they already know how much they can make and how much they can control and how much they can, you know what I'm saying? It was just, oh, goodness. Haney is going to 147 after got, right. For Barrios, right. T.O. turned the people against him. He really did. Mill City finally checked punch on Matias' hate today. That's good. I'm glad somebody is. It should never get to that point. If we all bros in boxing, brothers and sisters in boxing, and I find this very, like, for real. I feel like, man, I'll let it open the yard where if I'm out of line or out of order, I feel like we building it to where y'all should be able to check me. You should be able to say, nah, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Like, I've always been raised like that. It's called accountability. If you don't have nobody around you, if you always right, can't nobody tell you nothing about nothing. Can't nobody pull you. Like, that's not realistic. It should never get to where somebody finally gotta, like, really just, like, have diarrhea of the mouth on you and blow up on you and spaz out to tell you everything that ain't right about you. If you got good people around you just in life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in relationships, in any kind of relationship, we all got a relationship. We fans and we love the sport. We got a relationship with each other, so we should be able to be like, oh, nah, you ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I wouldn't, you know, you're a little off on that. Oh, come on, bro. You like, you know what you create. You know what you're doing. It shouldn't have to get to a boiling point where you just snap. It shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? If he would have told him a long time ago, like, nah, man, that's not, I ain't with it. See, me, I just start sliding. You know what I'm saying? I just start sliding. I start getting certain vibes. I'll just start sliding. And then little by little, you won't see me. You won't hear from me. We won't be, you know what I'm saying? I'll just exit stage left. Matias needs Haney and Ryan fight and call out he need to go. We'll see. I'm thinking he is going to go. Is he? Would he? He should. He should. It'll be good film, you know what I'm saying? It'll be good coverage. All coward, fear, Subriel Matias, real champ, bodywork, boxing, Carlos Garcia back in the building. Salute. By reading some of the comments, you may get better rating on your page. Do a little bit of both, just not yourself, buddy. Okay. That's the link, y'all. Yeah, man. It look like it's a popular it look like it's a popular consensus. Yeah, Paro deserves respect. He's taking tough fights in Matias' backyard. Puerto Ricans get loud. Yo, wow. Good gracious. Oh man. I'd rather have quality over quantity And that's me. I mean, I could do it live every day, but like I said, man, I'm not gonna be making up nothing, man. I'm not gonna be making up nothing. A lot of my favorite people don't interact with nobody. It ain't nothing to go on. It's always he say, she say, or somebody using them to promote their fighter. Like, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not putting you in there. I'm not gonna do it. He got to. No matter what happens, Subriel fighting in Puerto Rico was going to sell out for sure. I think so. Yes, sir. Hit the like button. Man, it's been years. It's been like 2 years for me. Or close to it. The journalists say that Tyson versus Paul fight is rigged just for cash. It's definitely a money grab, man. That's a money grab, man. Mike Tyson bought out by Jake Paul. He's going to take a dive. I'm like, man, that man, you're getting a little bit too old to take a dive. What if something go wrong, man? They would love to get rid of Mike. They would love to get rid of Mike and have control over all them assets and send everybody into a legal frenzy over everything. They would love for that to happen. Mike better stop playing, man. Be doing all them shrooms and doing all that other kind of crazy stuff or whatever, and then you go in there and what if the script don't go the way it's supposed to? You know what I'm saying? It says, and then that's novelty boxing. I respect Jake for what he did with like I said, I always say I respect him for what he did as far as, you know, Amanda and what he's doing with Shadeja Green. You know, and some of the people, like, and then of course you gotta include their opponents and all that, especially making her, I think she got the first million, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was the first millionaire woman, you know, to get $1 million. You gotta salute that. Smart business savvy. But as far as the sport, nah. You know what I'm saying? Jake should be sending me a contract, man. Jake Paul should be sending me a contract, man. Yeah. He'd be way more experienced because he have way more professional bouts than me. You know what I'm saying? Tank will fight Matias before Haney. I do believe that. I do believe that, man. I don't think it's no fear in Tank, for real. Mike Tyson's getting money under the table. Dang. Is that confirmed? Man, don't have people say I heard on Bodywork. I'm letting y'all get that off, man. But I don't know, man. I try not to even give a voice to them fools, man. I try not to give them nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know everyone said they will fight Matias, but then they don't. I don't get it, especially when they say he easy to beat. It's a walking contradiction, Anubis. It's a walking contradiction, man. It's like, oh man, easy work. It's like, no, it don't seem like it. Have you peeped this? Devin has never mentioned Subriel's name. Shaking my yes. Yes. Devin Haney fans are delusional. Purple Veins love bringing up Anayan as the blueprint to beat Matias. What he failed to realize is that Anayan went to the hospital twice and Matias won the rematch. Don't get me started, boy. Don't get me started on Purple Veins, boy. I'm you know, I've healed. You know what I'm saying? I've healed. And I no longer bring bats to those knees. You know what I'm saying? I no longer bring bats to those knees. I did 2 videos about 2 big channels, man, that would probably have, I don't know how many views that stuff was. It was outrageous, the number of views that I had at the point in time when I did them. And out of respect for them 2, I took them down. Yeah, I took them down, man. I deleted them. You know, because I said, you know what? I don't need that kind of energy out there, man. It's just, that's why I be trying to tell y'all, man, be careful. You get fruits and veggies over here. You know what I'm saying? You get fruits and veggies, man. It's not all those Takis and hot tamales and, you know what I'm saying? You get a bunch of junk food everywhere else. I'm just being real. And in the first fight, Matias won 7 rounds, so Haney fans got to be realistic. Then that's a hard ass. That's a tough ass, Koki. Cookie Monster. Body work. Salute Cookie Monster. Let's see. Beat Matias comes with a price, and Liam was never the same after the rematch. Cocaine said, salute. Mobile, T-Mobile, yeah, T-Mobile. I was like, what? Haney never tweeted about Matias. Bill did all the talking. Haney talks very quiet when asked about Matias and changes the topic. I'm telling you, man, real recognize real. Real recognize real. Definitely clickbait channel, boy. Definitely. If I was still really, I wish I remember the video, man. All I know is that in the beginning of the video, I remember it was a while ago. All I know is that in the beginning of a video, somebody forgot to wipe their face. It was the morning after a fight, you know what I'm saying? And somebody got up and did a video and they posted it, and I don't think that they really looked at their face before they got started. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say that sometimes it snows in April. You know, Prince was my favorite, you know what I'm saying, as far as a legend in the music. You know, he wrote a song that sometimes it snows in April. Subriel said that he would still give Regis a shot even if he didn't. Yeah. See, we all be peeping the same stuff. I don't hate no fighter. They risk their life in the ring. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Devin Sneaky, he says political answers. He obviously got a media team with him to train him on what to say. Devin never going to directly say he wants Matias next. He never will. My bad. It's a little Cookie Monster for that $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Angelina. Bill took all the YouTube channels that ride with Haney when he was getting ready to fight Regis. Yup. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But it'd be cool if all this YouTube frenzy, if the YouTube frenzy converted over to views and like pay-per-views and butts and seats, I would be like, okay, it's working. But I'm like, it's not working. Like if you really look at it, it's not working. Like, it's not equating to butts and seats or pay-per-views when you look at it. Oh, yeah, Subriel said he's going to the Devin and Ryan fight. Oh, he did? Okay. Smoke say, hit that like button. I don't see his videos either. Y'all, wow. But I do agree. Yeah, I do agree. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul's pathetic. Dude never going to fight a top 100 ranked heavyweight. He's going to call out old fighters or inactive. Tyson deserves better. Man. That one fight when he brought my man out with the keloid on his chest, man, and in that first round, they kept saying, yeah, I mean, you keep saying he's going to knock him out in the first round. It's like, man, y'all have officially allowed. They officially allowed, like, this. It was clever because he support real boxers. Like, so it's very clever. It's almost like a poison pill. It's like, yeah, I accept this, but with that, I gotta accept this. It's almost like, oh man, it's an ugly situation. But when he did that first round stuff and he knocked him out, I said, man, he is now the linchpin from wrestling. Remember how we were saying? I got videos. It's going to be on one of these way back Wednesdays. It's going to be way back when I first said boxing is turning into wrestling. I'm talking about years ago. So we're gonna have to do another way back Wednesdays at some point. We're gonna have to do another one. But he is the linchpin between wrestling and boxing, y'all. I'm talking about that. He is the linchpin. This is the linchpin. What he's doing right now is the linchpin between wrestling and boxing. He's the one that's bridging that wrestling and boxing and carving out a new lane that it's going to be some people that's going to follow, man. It's going to be some big, burly people. There's some people that's going to follow that same thing, grab that torch of all that, being able to, you know what I'm saying, leverage what they have on YouTube into fighting and boxing and staging fights and knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people that's up there like Anderson Silva, you can't tell me that, dog. You can't tell me that, dog. You can't tell me Anderson Silva. That entertainment, though. Me too. I hope the same thing happened when AJ fought in Ghana. I hope the same thing happened. Devin Haney signed with Prime Energy Drink with Logan Paul. He's enterprising. Like I said before, a good promoter, but that's it. Jake Paul helping out a lot of boxers, especially in PR. He built 2 gyms in PR and got Amanda that Millie. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. That's you got to take that. Bad energy is not good for my health. Jake fights are like WWF show fight. That's why I don't get mad at it. I just enjoy the show. Anubis, yeah. She laughed. Thoughts on why T.O. never asked for a rematch with Kambosos. Now, he actually saying that he would now. He said he would actually fight Kambosos at a catchweight now. Last time I heard T.O. talk on Kambosos, that's what he said. And I'm like, okay, cool, because that's something that's haunting him. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's going to haunt him. I'm glad he got that energy, but who knows, man? We got to see what T.O.'s head is at as well, man. Tony Cotto, salute bodywork boxing. Salute, Tony. You know what I'm saying? Salute. They need to keep YouTube fighter from boxing. Not good for professional boxing till somebody get hurt. That's what I was saying, man. I was saying it a lot. Like, I thought Anderson Silva, one of them guys. No. I'm going to tell y'all what was about to happen. Hasim Rahman's son. Hasim Rahman was getting ready to do him bad. That was going to stop all of that. Then there started being all this weight stipulations and all this because he was looking good. He thought he caught him off guard. He thought he was going to catch him slipping. But Hasim Rahman Jr., he was actually going to give him the business. And he wisened up and said, oh, no, I can't really afford, you know what I'm saying, to have this go on. Because that was going to be bad. That was going to be real bad. You know what I'm saying? But we got good news, y'all. Like, we seen the sources and they saying, what, 90%? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they everything they're saying, I still haven't seen anything like 100% concrete now. We're hearing that, they saying that, you know what I'm saying? We also hearing somebody else fighting on that date, you know. Exactly, can't play boxing. But we got good news, man, and we gotta salute Liam Paro. Let's just keep our fingers and our toes crossed that this is going down, you know what I'm saying? And we held it down the whole time. We stayed focused on what really mattered. We starved the circus. And look at the circus. Look at the circus. You know what I'm saying? Look how the circus is doing. Look at the circus. Jake Paul takes advantage of Act 22 in Puerto Rico. This act allows non-Puerto Rican residents to be exempt from certain passive income. Jake and Logan both abuse this, and they profit off Act 22. Oh, man. I gotta look that up. Act 22. We're back on 90%. Hopefully it'll go. That's what I'm saying. We all putting out, you know what I'm saying, positive vibes and energy that this is what it is. I told y'all keep your eyes on the prize, and I said, was that misdirection? We think it was, so now we really know what we should put to keep our energy and hopefully nothing goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get that, you know, and as more updates come along, now we getting ready to start breaking down the fights. It gotta come down on wax for us to start really breaking down the fights, like really getting to the resume, like looking at fights, film study. That's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But the ink gotta dry first. That's why I said, is the ink dry? I just can't get behind exhibition fights. He's going to appear like he's helping out the island by building boxing gyms and helping out Amanda Serrano, but in reality, Jake and Logan get more than they return in Puerto Rico, and they not the only ones. I know. It's you know what I'm saying? We know, man. Salute body work. I like what you're doing, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. He's actually putting in work. I'm in PR. It's gonna be, it's gonna be, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be bittersweet. I mean, you know, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna cross their T's and dot their I's. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna cross their T's. One of Matias' powers called Tsukiyomi. It's a Jinjitsu that controls time and space. In other words, he creates a world that his opponents is winning in their head, while in truth, they've been getting destroyed. Wow. That's deep. Anubis. Salute. I had no power. Missed everything. Oh, man. I know they say the lives is different. Anubis, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Jake going to get dropped. Not a real boxer. Hey, Mike Tyson, man. We already know, man. Mike Tyson, man. It ain't elevator. We know the elevator don't go all the way up to the top no more. I mean, we don't know if the elevator really ever went all the way up to the top for real. But the elevator, man, Mike Tyson might get in there and have a flashback. Oh, hey, 50, what is he, 57, 58? You know what I'm saying? He messed around and get in there. He messed around and get a flashback in there. And then Jake, that's when they're going to be like, oh, man, should we have been doing that? It's just like on the job. Y'all know how on the job allow you to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. The job will tell you, oh, yeah, man, you should be, oh, no problem. And then the minute somebody finger get chopped off or somebody fall off and mess their back up and hit that, they be like, oh, well, did you do an assessment? Well, how strong was the wind? Did you check the weather? Did you have a different pair of pants? Like, well, what kind of safety gear did you have? I mean, did you all did you all understand the traffic patterns and all? Like, people have a whole, watch. Might get in there, have a flashback, hit that man in his head. Then everybody gonna want to do a safety assessment and do it in hindsight, be saying, should we have really allowed this? Like, did we really, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I agree, though. I do not like exhibition fight. It's a time. I think in some instances it might be a place for it. In some instances, but like I think maybe like when Kell Brook fought Amir Khan. I think because that didn't happen when it should, and the fact that it should have, and that was like a domestic level fight, and they did it like that. That should happen. Not no freak show because you want to get the glory off Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson's 60 years old. So if you hit that man in his head flush, like I you know, 57. I think he's 57. I think he's 57, 58. I'm not sure. Oh yeah. I forgot to tell you. You got my running back Saquon. Go G-Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I thought I was dreaming the other day. I said, what? We got Saquon Barkley. We had Sanders when he came out. We had Sanders. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, cool. We got the smaller guy. But Saquon, a prime Saquon behind our line with our quarterback and our receivers. Yikes. Don't get me started. Gracias, guys. Anubis. Salute. I give Tyson a chance. Of course, he get in there and snap back. He 57, yeah. Yeah. They keep saying almost 60, but he 57. And salute Luis Diaz for the super chat. Salute, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that super chat, man. That 5-piece spicy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Mike snap. Yeah, he gonna have a flashback. Yeah, Eagles gonna be beast. Yeah, y'all, that's it for today though, for real, man. I think I put the link out there if anybody had anything to add, you know what I'm saying? Well, I think this was a good one, you know what I'm saying? We still at 90. You know what I'm saying? We at 90%, but as soon as the ink dry, we can start breaking down the fight. We could all go back and look at film and, you know what I'm saying, really have some real stuff. Because I've been looking at film. I've been checking them out. It's just, I don't want to spend too much time on it until that ink, when that ink get dry, That's what I'm gonna go in. Remember when Tyson would rush his opponents right away? Yeah, he would rush him and dip. You know what I'm saying? He would. You ain't know when he was gonna come up and do what he was gonna do. Yeah, appreciated body work. Salute, Coquille. That's right. That's right. Good live. Peace to everyone. Yeah, we out. We out. We getting ready to be up out of this thing. You know what I'm saying? But as always, you know, I'm gonna start doing my regular videos and all that now. Now that we getting some real fights, and some of the people I like is actually getting ready to start fighting, about to start doing my real videos. I just do my lives because I know we can link up and have a meeting and people can get out whatever they need to get out. But I'm getting ready to get back to doing my videos and then going live. Might not be going live as much and just doing my videos and then going live as needed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the recipe going forward, man. But again, I love the energy, man. Thanks for everybody who always come out and, you know what I'm saying, support me, you know, and we got a good thing going, man. We ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep putting them stakes in the ground. We're gonna keep representing and putting out positive energy, feeding what we want to grow and starving what we don't. You know what I'm saying? Silence is consent. That means if you ain't saying nothing, you agree. Thanks for tuning in here at Bodywork Boxing. But we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to